Yes.
So I'm going to try to get this moving along. It's because of our time situation. Happy Easter, everybody. It's Stout Easter Sunday 20.
Yay.
Yay.
Resurrection.
And we know Google honored Easter by doing nothing, like put nothing on their page, but they'll honor somebody like the inventor of the paperclip. Okay, anyway, now, it's the 123rd birthday of Bernard Smedley, the inventor of the paperclip. All right, anyway. Carol Jones, the person who rescued 50 puppies in 1921. All right, anyway, here is Founders, the Great Kosmickies, Kentucky Breakfast Stout Hazelnut, introduced in 2022. It is 12% alcohol and 45 IBUs, and it has only 340 calories per bottle. And well, before I slide Michael over, if that thing doesn't cause trouble, because sometimes it doesn't want to work. And I've sent across the chats in case somebody tells me it's me. No, it's pouring it up in the Diamore glass. Dark brown. Beige head, almost tan-ish head. That's my last bottle. This $20.99 for the 4-pack.
I've seen it.
So
I've seen it at my local grocery store, local package house, and yep, about that price here in Georgia.
So $5.25 per bottle plus tax.
Not, but sometimes you got to pay for the good stuff, you know.
That's
and
true.
KBS is good stuff.
Okay, so from Westbrook, Maine, and it's called Mast Landing Brewing, and the beer is called Gunner's Daughter. It's a milk stout at 5.5% alcohol, stout brewed with natural flavors, a beautifully aromatic and balanced milk stout with delicious notes of peanut butter, coffee, and dark chocolate. Contains lactose, does not contain peanuts or nuts. So I will pour it. And I'm putting it into a big enough glass, and then no matter what I do, I can get it all in.
Do you know the price point on that?
It was given to me, so I do not know. But I'm just assuming in the world of these things, at least $16 for a 4-pack.
Free is good. Free is good.
I'm just guessing. It could be $18 too. But I mean, a 4-pack was gifted to me by one of my close beer friends. And I've done it at one of the Thursday ones, and I did it again on Monday with Giant Space Monkey. But anyway, this is what it looks like in the glass. A tan, one-finger head. Bubbly and very dark brown color. But I'll come around with a further description after everybody introduces their beers.
Okay.
And I will mute myself again.
Okay.
I got it. It's from John and Neil. They sent this to me, and he sent me several, and I had a couple squirreled back. I don't know why, but I did. It's called Gingerbread. Gingerbread Murder Scene. It's from Pontoon Brewing. It is 9.5% alcohol by volume, 28 IBUs. I don't know how much it costs. You'd have to ask John that, and it's probably based on about a year and a half ago's price at that. It is an imperial stout with what?
That's a 12-ounce can. That's a 12-ounce can.
Just a 12-ounce can.
I'll tell you, we get a lot of their stuff around here. It tends to run about $3.99 to $4.99 a can, depending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't get it in my areas, so it's just something John sent.
Yeah.
Very appreciative of everything he's ever sent me. He's always sent me good stuff, believe it or not. Anyway, it is an imperial stout with ginger, allspice, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, and lactose. And as I'm running a little bit froggy in the throat, maybe all the spiciness of this will help cut through all that.
Right. And a little tequila might help too.
Mm-hmm.
Tequila? Nah. I'm thinking
That's
something
wrong.
along the lines of Wild Turkey American Honey.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That would
Oh,
probably.
well, I have a bottle at my house right now.
Yeah.
Nice pour. Very nice.
Yeah. Pours up fine.
Pretty glass.
It's I bought it years ago. I've used it for quite a while. Bought it years ago at a antique store / whatever flea market type store for I think 50 cents is what I paid for it.
I'm sure I'd have broken mine by now. I'd have broken mine by now.
Well, I'm more careful, I guess. One finger head, and it is rather like a closed cell phone on top, and you can't see through it, but we're real cloudy today, so I haven't got a lot of good heavy sunshine coming through the window. So anyway, that's what I got.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Nice placing.
Jay, you forgot me.
You have to do Jean-Pierre. You have to introduce
Yes.
Intergalactic Stout Emperor off the switch.
That's it. Get him off. Get him off the switchboard. Gotta go.
You're getting old like me, Ron. It's expected. You forget.
We'll take over the controls now.
There's no excuse for those kind of mistakes, but unfortunately, I have a bad habit of making those mistakes.
Yeah.
All right. I do too.
Hello, everybody. I am drinking from New Holland, Dragon's Milk Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout, 11% ABV. Widely praised from the New Holland Brewing Company in Michigan. And this is what I'm pouring. I've had this before, and I brought this on Stout Sunday before. So why not an oldie but goodie again? Last week's stout, the stout I brought last week with Michael and Alex, who hosted, was from Humble Forger, and it's called Swinging the Sticks Imperial Stout. That was 13%, and it was the best $5.74 for a 12-ounce can I ever bought, and that was as good as it gets. And I regrettably didn't get it this week, or they have another coffee stout I wanted to get, but I was not in that area like I was last week. But this is still good. So $4.49 for the bottle, for this 12-ounce bottle, 11.2 ounce size bottle, I guess, rounded off. I'm guessing it's about the same, 18, about, somewhere 18, 17, about $18, $19 for the 4-pack of the New Holland. So
wait a minute, back up. You're telling me that's an 11.2 ounce bottle? Is it a 12-ounce bottle or 11.6? Oh, no, you next to the bottle. You next to the bottle. Look at the label.
No, it should be a 12.
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12. It's 12. Well, you know how these folks like these bottle sizes. Says all of us for years. You
gotta watch it, because these days they'll try to sneak in smaller than 12 on you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you caught me off guard when you said that.
Yeah, but it's a 12-ounce bottle. It's all good, man.
I apologize for skipping over you. One time I had this guy wanted to join Blue Nose Beer Reviews. He doesn't really do too many reviews anymore, but he was in. I didn't understand how StreamYard worked. Really, it was like confusing to me more than it is now. It's still confusing a little bit. And he was in the basement, and he was like saying, add me, and I didn't even see it. Like, I didn't know how to, but he never really wanted to kind of like, he was kind of angry with me after that. I think he's still is to do it. It was an accident.
I'm going to unfriend him right now.
Cancel culture.
You You know, we laugh about that, but that actually happens sometimes, and I don't understand it. I'm kind of like lost in the woods on that because it's an honest mistake. Now, if you do it on purpose, well, now that's a different story. That would call for something like that. Okay, now, all right. But if you're watching Blue Nose, I apologize again. It's from Mario, England. Do it. Okay. But bring a stout, not an ESP. All right. That was a funny episode hosted if somebody brought in ESB.
I remember that one.
Alex was like, or anything, but I don't think an ESB is really the right kind of beer. Oh, I got a kick out of that. I was eating that up. All right, now anyway, folks, the drama of beer hangouts. KBS Hazelnut Imperial Stout with chocolate and hazelnut coffee aged in oak bourbon barrels, 12% alcohol, 45 IBUs, 340 calories, available in March only. And that's true because I saw it at, well, no, I can't say that because Total Wine might still have it. The perfectly balanced, I'm not reading all this. People can get on the website and read. Okay, you can get it in draft and 4-pack. Well, I'd love to try the draft. Let me tell you. Okay, it's on tap at Grand Rapids. Well, I'm not going to Grand Rapids to get it. They might even have a protest while I'm trying to drink. They might have a protest while I'm now. But anyway.
I'll fire up George Jetson's car and pick you up in a little bit.
I wish I could do that because I would go. Now, I wish I could do like on Star Trek and teleport.
Oh yeah,
right.
That would be good.
But the machine would probably break, and then I would just disappear. And what happened to him? Okay, and then some people would say, "Glad that happened." All right, now the aroma is, well, it's kind of like not that aromatic, honestly. Some beers that be so crazily aromatic, but then the flavor will be flat. For instance, the twisted pretzel from Shock Top. When you smell it, it's like, whoa, I can't believe it. And then you taste it, and it's like, that doesn't carry over so well. And this one, the aroma is like mild, and you get some like pungent characteristics. I don't know if it's hazelnut or dark malt or the chocolate or the cocoa, and I'm not talking about barrel age at all. You notice I hadn't mentioned really a whiskey barrel, and it's not showcasing that too much. So I'm thinking they didn't age it in a whiskey barrel for very long because it's just not. I think if I didn't know about this beer and I went to somebody's house, like say when I went to Michael's house in 2015 and he laid a fruit flavored beer on me, and he kept saying, but don't you notice something else? And I was like, no. I think the same thing would happen with this. He'd be like, don't you notice something else? And I'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then later he said, it's barrel age. And I'd say, oh, barrel age. I didn't detect that. Not at the taste. But I can kind of smell it though now that I'm ranting on about it. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Jay.
To the cheers.
Where's Ronnie else? All right. The taste. Now that I got it in my mind, I can taste the whiskey. You know how when you plant something in your brain and it's there? I don't know what Heaven Hill whiskey they're using. It could be 1,000 options. They make so many brands. Probably wouldn't matter really. I'm getting dark roasted barley malt, but not burnt, thankfully. I'm getting mild coffee, mild cocoa, mild hazelnut. And you know what? Honestly, I don't know much about hazelnut. I've never eaten a hazelnut. I remember they used to have that, what they used to call that stuff, International House hazelnut.
Coffee, International House of Coffees, right? Hazelnut flavor.
I don't know. Remember, it was like instant coffee, and it had the flavors in it, and you could put it. And they used to advertise it on television all the time. What was that called?
Yes. Instant
And
coffee.
hazelnut.
I don't know.
I thought
Yeah,
it
they
was
used to have-
international.
I know what you're talking
International
about.
House of Coffee, right?
Yeah, like the powdered.
I don't think it was
Yeah.
called. I think it was International House of Coffee, but it was something like that. And it was made by a big, and they would have all kind of different flavors, you know. But and hazelnut was one of them. But you can get the hazelnut coffee creamer. But so does it taste like hazelnut? Well, I guess it does. With my limited experience, there's some kind of nutty quality thing. And you know, the thing that threw me off on this, and boy, if my friend David was drinking this, he'd flip out, get with anger, you know. But here's the legal. Here's the legal disclosure: malt beverage brewed with natural and artificial flavors. It was so funny because we were doing the Mackinac fudge, and he was raving about how good it was. Oh, this stuff is awesome. And then I read the side of the bottle, and I said, "Oh, look, it says artificial flavor." Boy, he got so angry. He said, "It's not really that good anyway." I said, "You just said it was like 100." Oh, well, I'm gonna give it a 90, whatever you said, like 93. He was so mad. He was so angry that they had artificial flavor in it, and he just went on and on. I got a kick out of that. Well, I couldn't get over that. But he gets mad about KBS and Founders. He gets really angry about it. Anyway, enough of that. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it a good score. Not as good as my initial score, which was a 98. It was a 98 first go round, 8 plus. But oh well. If you like spending money, this was one that you may enjoy.
Okay, so here's another look at the can from Maine and Mass Landing, and it's Gunner's Daughter, 5.5% milk stout. Okay, so the biggest difference you see in the beer, you remember the head was full finger and a half, whatever it was. Now it's down to kind of like very slim. So the head has subsided. Coloration, very dark brown. Let me get a nose on it. Similarly to what Jay said, there's lots of nuttiness in this one, but I can't pick out individual nuts that could be in it. They say peanut butter in the description, so I assume it could be peanut that I'm smelling. But it's nutty. It's very nutty, and there are malts behind it, but the nuttiness is the primary nose. You can tell that nuts are involved, even though, like they say, in case anybody has nut allergies, no nuts were actually used in the making of this beer. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay. They mentioned peanut butter, and it's still not strong peanut butter as if you're eating it, but it's kind of like a peanut butter like under taste, if you know what I mean. So it's not direct, but it's definitely peanut butter, but it's not in your face. And you can taste the smoothness of the lactose in the flavor. It's really very smooth and really good. I mean, I would say this is excellent for what it is. But again, it's a 5.5% milk stout. You get a little bit of the dark roasted malts, but they're certainly in the background. There it is. So he has some tasting notes there. And Jay, if you want to read it, you can. Anything you see in there of interest, you can read.
Yeah, I will. It says style, milk stout.
I wish I could get more of this because I am really very impressed with it.
Now it says milk stout brewed with natural flavors. So I was wondering about that, if it was artificial. No, it's natural. Brewed with natural flavors to evoke the flavors of peanut butter, coffee, and chocolate without any of those ingredients. Nut-free, contains lactose. Now, so they found some ingredients from nature which taste like peanut butter, coffee, and chocolate, but they didn't actually use peanut butter, coffee, and chocolate. Now, that doesn't mean they're artificial flavors. but there are some natural products that taste like other products. It's a very, very specific requirement that the Tax and Trade Bureau uses. And a lot of people get confused by it. And I've had people spout off and kind of flip out over it. I was telling them, you know, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're not understanding what that means. And so,
but Jay, it's interesting. It's interesting that David doesn't like artificial, and yet there's got to be a lot of beers that have artificial flavors in it, and they just, you know, it's just the way it is. You have to accept it.
I think that if you use artificial flavoring, you have to put it on the legal disclosure. Every beer has to have a legal disclosure, and that has to be stated. So you can find out pretty fast by just giving a careful examination of the label. And but then there's more to it. You know, it's not as simplistic as it seems. But I read an article from a university somewhere, one of these agricultural and mechanical universities. They were saying actually artificial flavoring is safer. This was their opinion. Was safer than natural flavoring because it's more controlled, and there was less chance of variables. Theoretically, at least, you know, it's not like you're going to really get sick from either one, but they said that the chance was higher that you could get ill from a natural flavoring than artificial. But anyway,
I was going to say that you get the peanut taste and you get the smoothness from the lactose. You can pick up some of the chocolate and some of the coffee as well, but they're more background with the dark roasted malts. I guess the best thing about this is they've integrated all the tastes together in a smooth, easy drinking beer that I don't have any negatives on at all. I can't find anything bad about it. It's really that good.
Now, does it have this label on the one side of it, the opposite side with the,
let's see,
cursive writing?
It has a government warning on the side that they standardly have.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Imperial Gunner's Daughter. But I bet you would love. I bet you would love.
I'd love to try. I'd love to try that too. For sure.
Yeah. There's the standard. And
it's Jay. It's funny. JoJo had sent one to you and had sent one to John and Illy also. So you've at least got to try this once.
I have so many people
JoJo's cider reviews. You know who JoJo is. Anyway, he sent you one. He sent one to John as well.
He's in New England.
He's in Boston, I think, Greater Boston. But I'll come back with a number. This is amazing for what it is.
Okay. I don't know, Kevin. You'd have to try it out. How would Dragon's Milk taste in Honey Nut Cheerios?
I'd try.
I don't know.
I'd try it. I don't have no more. I got some Dragon's Milk, but it ain't what he has. It's one of those flavored ones.
Yeah, specialty.
I found those too. I found a few things I didn't know I had.
Store it. I might save some of the stuff you sent me for a special occasion.
You're a creative guy, Whiskey Scout. You are a creative guy.
Okay. Well, I don't know about all that. My wife is the creation part of this household. She's the artist. I'm just the alcoholic.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm not.
Creative guy. You're a drinking guy.
There we
Whiskey
go.
Scout,
I enjoy an occasional beer and whiskey. That's for sure. All right.
No more.
When I was reading the can, this is a product of Georgia, USA, brewing canned in Atlanta, Georgia by ABW, Atlanta, Georgia, for our friends at Pontoon Brewing. So I think this would qualify as a contract brewed beer.
Yes, you could have brought that. You could have brought that Wednesday.
See, I didn't know that. I started looking at the beers I had. This one was still hot down in the basement, so I didn't. I found that like maybe Thursday or Friday. Anyway, I don't even know what I was down there for. And I opened up a box that hasn't been opened since the move last summer. Lo and behold, presents came. So anyway, poured it. Like I said, you couldn't see through it. And I got the whole can in there after the head died down. Sitting here from here, and this is the only place immediately the first thing I get, that clove. Clove is such a strong flavor. It is hard to overcome clove in a lot of things, especially if you add too much. But I do get clove, I get cinnamon, and I get ginger, all those things. Honestly, from here, it smells like a Christmas potpourri my wife would put out at Christmas time in the little wax things. That potpourri smell that will go throughout the house, I get that from here at distance. When I put my nose into it, I get vanilla. I do get vanilla. And the dark roasted malts are very faint, but they do kind of sort of come through at the end of that vanilla note. And you just get them more or less. I don't know. It's just that maltiness note mainly. It's not even. I call it dark roasted malts because I know that's what they made it with. But honestly, it's just a malty note that really honestly comes through. But other than that, you're getting Christmas in the can.
Let me interrupt real quickly. I would like to show you the website, but that company is very bad about listing all their beers on the website, so they don't have it listed. So there's nothing I can show you. I'm sorry.
Well, remember, this is an old one. This was, like I said, was canned on 11/12 of 20. So that may be something they no longer offer. So you got to keep that in mind too. This is almost what? Year 21 would be a year. So we're to 22, year and a half now. A
lot of these companies just, for whatever the reason, just take off beers out of rotation. And certain reason when I review, I try to go on the website, try to look for it, say, wait, this beer's not here. Then I got to check the dates and see what's up. And then, okay, that's why.
Yeah. But being, like I said, being as it's 9.5%, I'm not worried about maintaining its liveliness for stout. They usually, once you get over that 8% mark, things tend to start lasting.
I mean, I would even consider an imperial stout that's 7% considered strong. I think that's a session. Yeah, Samuel Smith has an imperial stout that's 7%, and that's that's as weak as it gets, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but I do like it. It's good, but
that's mainly what I get on it. I don't get none of the lactose, none of the allspice, but that allspice I think is getting lost against the clove. A lot of things are going to get lost. Allspice and the nutmeg are getting lost against the clove, and the lactose is not going to be showing up. And a heavy spice on the nose in a heavy spice situation like this. Cheers, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and get in the palate.
Cheers, Robert.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. All right. Now, Jean, I'm going to bring you over, and then when I show you the website, that might cause some confusion, but then some people will I don't even understand why.
Jay, let Robert finish.
You got to do his tasting.
I'm sorry. All right.
There's no problem.
Oh, that's right. He was describing the beer. He didn't actually taste it.
I'm still. You done walked away. I didn't think he was interested.
I was listening. I'm in the next room. You see.
I know. Clove. The clove is unkillable in this. That's the best way to say it. I still get the ginger. The ginger comes through second in this case. Then maybe the cinnamon, nutmeg, the Christmas spices sort of thing. But that clove is unkillable. That clove sits right on the side of your tongue. It's spicy. There's not a lot of sweetness to balance it back into things. It's just a heavy case of, it's a very spicy stout. And not spicy in the sense of being hot spicy, but being very overdriven by intense flavored spices.
Yes.
And
so it's measured. It's measured.
Yeah. It's the clove is tough on this one. At Christmas time and the Christmas morning, this would probably be a really good beer, but right now it's not. I don't know.
Do you like cloves? I mean, are you?
Oh, yeah, I like cloves. I mean, use clove. What is my main thing I use cloves in when I'm cooking? Oh shoot! I use them occasionally, but mostly in beans. When I make like navy beans or something, I will use a bit of cloves in there, and it just kind of helps things out. Uh, Honestly, I
What
can't
about
think of much else I use cloves in.
what
Just
about
in.
mincemeat pie?
Well, I've never made one, so I've always bought them. But yeah, I've had them in that. I mean, there's other things I'm sure I've had clove in that. Blackjack gum, for instance, that's clove driven. The old white blackjack gums. But this has got enough ginger thrown in there with it. It don't taste like that. I mean, the clove is overriding, but there's still, you do get the ginger. You do get a bit of cinnamon. I'm lost with nutmeg and allspice. The vanilla's there. I have to admit, I still get like a raw vanilla taste in it, but it's not it's more accentuating in the background as it sets on the palate for a little bit, more in the finish. It's not up front. Up front to mid palate and even drifting into the finish, it's all clove from the top to the side of your tongue. So anyway, it's just the nature, and they're not lying to you on the beer can, except for they do say gingerbread, and I get more clove than I do gingerbread, but I mean everything else is falling straight in line with
Clove bread.
Yeah, but that clove is ginger tends to be a little hotter than clove, so you'll notice a little more. It brings a little more sort of heat intensity to your palate. I'm not going to say it's hot, but it tingles your palate more.
It's not hot, but it's hot. It's heat oriented.
Right there. That's a good way of putting it. Yes. All right, guys. I drink on it, think on it.
Oh, the wonders of cell phones.
Right. Yes, the wonder of cell phones. So, Dragon's Milk Stout, barrel aged, 11% ABV from New Holland Brewery in Michigan. First time I had this was back in 2018, I believe, around that time. And I just thought it was probably one of the best things I ever had. Now, again, I was very partial to the 1050 and even the Lagunitas Imperial Stout, which is now, I mean, I don't know where the hell that thing is. It will ever resurrect itself. Part of the pun.
Right.
Part of the pun. Right. It will resurrect itself from the ashes and come back in rotation again, because that was by far one of the most enjoyable Imperial Stouts that I had. Anyway, nice look, nice color. If you go to the Dragon's Milk website, Pabst. But again, it's not owned by Pabst, folks. They're just involved in the distribution, so it's not owned by them. So.
Now look what it says: a treasure portfolio of iconic American brands, and it's listed under our portfolio. Well, I'm pretty sure that Pabst does not own Jack Daniels.
No.
But look what we get. Look what we get here. Look what we get here.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Dragon's Milk. National Bohemian, not your father's. Old style. All the classics.
Near beer. I love near beer.
Yeah, so.
But I still find it strange. I find it strange that Dragon's Milk is listed under the Pabst portfolio. And here's what's really weird. I was on the distributor's website yesterday, and I was bringing up a Pabst brand like Old Milwaukee, which Jean was reviewing, and it said other beers from this brewery or this company, and I clicked, and it brought up Dragon's Milk, and I thought that's really weird.
And also Lone Star. And Lone Star too, which I thought that was an AB InBev product, since it's only sold in Texas, right? What's that beer that you went to the brewery, the AB InBev brewery in Houston, Jay? And the beer is only sold in Texas only. Which one is it? Lone Star, right? Ziegenbach, right? That's the one. Ziegenbach. So that's the one. Okay, so
check this out.
Yeah. Yes, that is a nice bottle of bourbon right there.
Mm-hmm. That's contract distilled.
Right. Pre-order read.
Because I'm pretty sure Dragon's Mouth does not have a
distillery.
Bourbon distiller.
I'm sure it's common, but again, they put their names on it and ship it out. You know, hey, this is our name, and we want to get into the whiskey bourbon business. So,
right, but they went full force. They went full force on this. Look, small batch toasted.
A lot of stuff they have there.
Right.
Yeah, but it doesn't include the word Kentucky, which means none of that bourbon came from Kentucky in that.
So it either came from Tennessee or somewhere.
Indiana's a big.
Can you say? Yeah. Can you say Indiana?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Indiana. You know, which is would never thought. You know, still think of beer and and like people say Ohio is a great wine region. I say Ohio wine? No, can't be. But it is. So anyway, back to this delicious stout. I'm guessing they use some of those bourbon barrels that they produce some of those bourbons. I guess probably stored in their distillery in Indiana, and to put out this delicious stout. Notes of vanilla, notes of definitely chocolate in this. Very little caramel, very little coffee, but just amazing. Nice, good finishes. No bite into the end. Just that nice, smooth glisten. It just goes down. And yes, I took it out again before we started and sat up in my counter. I know we were going to do Stout Sunday. So before John had made his announcement that he had computer issues, I left it on there and kind of let it warm, took it out. And so it was on the counter for a good 35 minutes, So,
John, I have one question, John.
Yes.
We've gotten into this beer, and how do you feel as far as how thick it is? In other words, do you consider it light? Do you consider it medium?
Medium. I would say medium. Now, the one I had last week was very, very thick. The Humble Forger Swinging the Sticks, that Imperial Stout, that was 13%. That was as thick as it got, and that was also superb. So I would say this is about medium, right? The same with the Rasputin, how it pours. And even now the 1050 bourbon barrel, that I would say was also thick too. Now the regular, now is the bourbon barrel 1050, but the original 1050, 10%, that's thick as well. So this one's about medium in that, but the flavor in this is just amazing. So I also have tried the Left Hand milk stout. That's also very, very awesome as well. So
Yes.
Fine, superb, and of course KBS. Need we say more? And I'm still looking for the CBS around here in Georgia, and I haven't found it yet. But KBS I can get pretty easily.
I got a CBS stuck in the back of that fridge.
So,
I found a lot of stuff.
I have my score coming up, my friends.
Robert, you have surprises for the future that you can bring up on Stout Sunday.
Yeah, I think I've already reviewed them years ago. I just bought maybe 2 bottles and squirreled one away. And so it'd be interesting to re-review. So, yeah, for sure.
Now, I stepped away, and Robert thought I was not paying attention. I was, because the reason I stepped away is somebody asked if the thing would work with Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't know, but I wanted to get some Raisin Bran. So I've got raisin.
I'm not sure.
So I've got Raisin Bran with KBS Hazelnut. Let's see. Oh, one thing about Maine. Michael's doing the beer from Maine. Maine is one of those 2 states that's weird. It was broken off from another state. Maine used to be part of Massachusetts, and they took part of Massachusetts and broke it off. It was always separated, and they made it into Maine. Just like West Virginia was part of Virginia and was broken off, made into West Virginia. But Maine used to be part of Massachusetts. You can win some money at a bar. You can win money in a bar. All right, so let's see how it pairs with the
Let's try it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's
Raisin-
do it.
raisin-
This should be interesting.
Yeah. I
Where's
mean,
Alex?
I got some Raisin Bran too, and I ain't going to go pour it in my beer. I ain't doing it. No way.
You're gonna feel the effects of it later this afternoon, I'm sure. All that fiber.
I love raisin. I love me some Raisin Bran, but not in this one.
As a quick aside, guys, today is my 40th anniversary.
Congrats.
Well, yes,
Michael,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Very much so.
Congratulations. And we're going to end this soon so that you can have a 41st. All right. Well, how does it pair up? I guess I'd rather put milk in it. You know how Alex felt? You know how Alex felt when he ate frozen shrimp on air? That's about how I feel right now.
Oh, God.
Woo. Yikes. All right, anyway. Well, I tried it at least. Ooh. Well, everything is not a winner. 12%. I'm gonna stick with what I said on my solo review, my follow-up review. I'm gonna go 97 out of 100. But don't pair it with Raisin Bran because it doesn't really work. And I'll say one thing about the Raisin Bran. This is remarkable. The Raisin Bran brings out the bourbon barrel, which is strange, but I did. So, as far as promos, this Wednesday we have. I don't remember. That's why I write it down. We have Joker's Wild Wednesday on April 20th. On April 27th. What do you use? Some cracklings, pork cracklings. On April 27th, we have Steel Reserve 211. So get ready. April 27th. You better show up with Steel Reserve 211. Don't tell me you can't get it in your neighborhood because you're lying. And
Never heard of it.
Yeah, sure. And then, as far as I gave up liquor for Lent, y'all. I gave up no liquor for Lent, but I'm making up for that today. And so,
What?
Low Earth Orbit Stout.
Yeah.
Elementary brewing in Hackensack.
today's theme could be from a penance to a problem. From a penance to a problem. So this morning I did Dawn Buster's Taste Challenge, and as predicted, Bushmills Black Bush destroyed Jameson. I like Jameson, but it cannot compete against Black Bush. I'm sorry. Black Bush is 80% single malt, and it's like no, it was like a joke, really. All right, now this one's going to be kind of a joke too, but this is Jameson. We all know Jameson. It's like the McDonald's of Irish blended whiskey. And it's going up against Red Bush, which is sort of like the target of all right, but Red Bush is going to win. It's not going to be really that fair, but it's going to win.
Are you sure? You haven't tried it yet?
I am sure. And you can count on that. And then we're going to end
You can
the
take it to the bank.
You can take it to the bank. You really can take it to the bank. And then we're gonna now this one here is gonna be challenging, but I think it's gonna win. But we're gonna end the Irish whiskey extravaganza with Drum Castle. I got a brand new bottle of Drum Castle unopened, and it's gonna I think it's gonna be close with Jameson. But this is only $14.99. It was only $14.99 on sale.
I have never seen that.
It's pretty common in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, because that's where Albertsons. It's one of those contract
Okay.
produced situations. You can get it in Chicago at Jewel Osco. You can get it at Vons. It's pretty common, really. But,
I've never seen it in Kansas that I can recall.
Robert, how do you
Yeah,
feel about Irish whiskey? Is it one of your favorites?
No, there's certain Irish whiskeys that are drinkable. There's certain Irish whiskeys that aren't. I didn't care for the Powers Gold. It was pretty bland in my book. But the little octagon bottle that looks like a barrel, sort of, that's a good whiskey. I can't think of the name of it right now, but some are good, some are bad. But it's not like Canadian whiskey, which almost you can take in 97% of Canadian whiskey is just pure bad, and 3%.
wow, that's like the most inaccurate statement ever made on Stout Sunday. But anyway,
no, that's not inaccurate at all. That's my palate. My palate's my palate.
Actually, it is. Actually, it is.
I'm allowed.
Actually, it is. But anyway. All right. Don't be mad at me because you drank 5 bottles of Crown Royal, like I said. All right, now, I know you're jealous. How you feeling right now?
Dragon Stout Fire. I haven't had the fire, but I did do the review of the Dragon Stout. That $10.99 for a 6-pack. For the Dragon Stout, I was impressed with it, but I know it's more popular than Guinness, particularly down in the islands. But Guinness is reasonably expensive. Reasonably inexpensive, excuse me.
I've never seen the fire. I'll keep looking for it.
Pontoon Brewing.
Oh, that's what I'm
and you got, and raise it up again. What is it? The Irish Sweet Stout. And again, this brewery's right here in the state I live in. And I can only see 3 of them. Three of the.
Now that one you need to try with Magically Delicious.
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. There you go.
Or maybe Cocoa Puffs, but they still make that.
I am back on and ready to give you my number, which is just a little below Jay's. So I'm giving mine a 96. Definitely an A+ type, heading toward the renowned area of these beers, and highly recommended. Wish I could get more of it. I can ask the person who gave it to me where he got it, but I have a feeling since he's originally from the Boston area, that's where he got it. So I don't think Gunner's Daughter is available in the New York metro area, but I could ask my friend where he got it, because I would definitely buy more of it. I think it's really an excellent milk stout, and it comes highly recommended. I don't have anything to show, but we're hoping that John and Illy will again host on Sunday, and we'll be able to fix his computer anomalies. But it's just the way things go, and we understand. And otherwise, I'll try to get on another show this week. I'm not sure which one it'll be.
All right. Sounds good. Because
Yes.
sometimes, Michael, your shows, Michael, you do.
Yes, John?
Yeah, so the shows that you do, when the topics you brought up, I would like to join and be a part of it, but I don't know where y'all send the link at, on Monday.
Okay.
You can get the link. You can get the link.
I mean, the Flying Space Monkey show, the one you did with the Flying Space Monkey, or
Okay, well, that's a strictly in-person show.
Okay, gotcha.
We refuse to broadcast it because the people who are on it don't want to be seen.
Okay.
But Giant Space Monkey keeps a low profile, so he doesn't want to be on. Whatever. Not much we can do. I mean, that's just the way he is.
I mean, I keep a low profile, but I do beer reviews of my face, but people don't know me.
He's a private guy. He's private.
Okay. I'm not world renowned yet, the beverage rebel. So, Jay, I think it's Robert's turn. Give his.
You can go, John. I can go after you. That's
all right.
That's not
here it is again. I'm gonna go 91 out of 100 for the Dragon's Milk Stout. Just medium body, but outside of that, it's not light, it's not heavy, it's kind of in between. And for medium body stout, imperial stout, this is a real winner, and not too bad in my opinion. Just excellent, superb. So 91 out of 100.
Wait a minute. 91 is excellent. Okay.
Yeah, 91 out of 100. So what I got coming up on my channel, hopefully y'all enjoyed the chocolate stout that I did from Bosun, from Trader Joe's, and I did a few other beers, and I got a couple of beers I'm going to review, including the two that Robert had sent me. I'm probably going to do it late in the evening, knowing that I'll be going straight to bed, because I saw those ABVs on those beers, and I say, oh no, this will not be no afternoon, review outside in the backyard or out in my apartment, and then I'm hey, I got to step out, go grab something. No. I'm gonna stay right here, do it late in the evening, and make sure the lighting is correct and all, knowing that I'm going straight to bed after that. So
it'll help you sleep.
Yes, definitely. So thank you again, and
you're welcome.
And again, thank you, Jay, for hosting, coming in last minute to host, and Michael, everyone. Wonderful. Fun times.
Can I go, Jay, or do you want to just?
Yes, but do you think? I just wanted to say, what happens is StreamYard mixes people up. So,
I know.
I was going to say, do you think it's a bad idea to have a theme called beers for driving tours, or?
If it is, it has
as long as the ABV starts at 12%.
Start with Miller 64. That would be a good beer to drive. Miller.
Bud Select 55.
Yes.
Beers for work.
Well,
all right.
Well, I've still got half a thing of this. This is a very seasonal type flavor. When you're going into that Thanksgiving to Christmas season, this would probably be more appealing, I think, as it being late spring, or actually early to mid-spring.
Mid-spring.
Yeah, it's really not. It's not in the spring flavor profile, something that I consider anyway. It's too heavy on the close, too dominated by that kind of flavor profile for me, and there's not enough sweetness to balance it back out. I'm going to give it an 85. It's not undrinkable at all. It's just not a flavor profile that is too one-sided, too skewed one way. And if you happen to be in the flavor profile that it's appealing to, you're going to love this one. If you're not going to like it at all. Me, I like it, but it feels out of character for this time of year, and that's hurting the score on this. Like it or not, it's just the way it is. Now for show and tell, me and the wife went to Missouri last weekend, and I knew this one was available. It had been lingering in a shop I had seen over there about 2 years ago, and I didn't pick it up then, and I was surprised they still had 3 bottles on the shelf. They no longer package Dewar's 18 like this. It's a little different packaging. And if I remember right, I looked at the date on this. It was L13 for 245. So what that means, it was bottled on the 245th day of 2013. So this has been lingering on the shelf for a while out there. And I knew it had been. So it was the only one I really wanted to get, because some of these Dewar's like this, the older style labels, are better than the newer ones. And then I bought this one here. What are you doing, Intergalactic Stout Emperor? Oh, you got, well, which ones? I think that's the newer bottling. That should say, I can't read it because it's kind of blurry up close.
It's the 18-year.
Yeah, but there's, in the writing underneath this 18-year, you'll see it says double age blended. I believe yours has got another, like the ancient or something else that it refers to on the bottom.
It says double age for extra smoothness.
Right, but there should be another like word.
There is, but only on the big bottles, not on the small bottles, because they didn't have room. They didn't have room on the bottles.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I bought a bunch of them because Mathern's had a good deal.
Well, anyway, I thought about getting a more modern bottle and doing the comparison with the modern bottle to this one too, but that's a long way off. I got too much other stuff to do. And then, but when I was in Missouri, I wandered into this little, and it just goes to show you go in all the liquor stores, you see whether I got to the point where I can tell when I roll in, sometimes they're just going to be beer stores. You can tell that that's all it is in that little town. It's just a beer store. Well, Missouri, you can buy like Louisiana, you can buy alcohol in the
gas station.
Gas station, but the grocery stores. But the grocery stores are never selling anything that's going to be unusual. They're only selling high ticket items. Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, your basic 11-12, anything that's going to move.
Unless you go to Mathern's.
Well, I can't speak for Louisiana. This is Missouri. This has been my experience in all the Missouri stores I've been in.
Okay.
But there was a little town that had a little package store in it. Stopped at that, and I couldn't say no.
Holy
Motorhead,
smokes.
Ace of Spades. It is a signature series straight bourbon whiskey, and they even list the mash bill on it's 4 years old, which is good. 45% ABV, 68% corn. I can't quite make that out. 36%. No, it'd be 60% corn, 36% rye, 4% barley. That works out to 100%. So it's heavy on the rye, and it does. I've had some of it, and it was very good. What I thought was neat is it comes out of Fargo, North Dakota, out of DSP ND 210002. No, 002. Anyway, so it is a North Dakota brewed and bottled product. So anyway,
Wow.
I've seen the pictures of the round bottles, but I had never seen a Motorhead bottle shaped like that. So I just had to get it.
Right. That's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah.
And look, before we get off the air, I appreciate everybody joining. Of course, we're all angry at John and Neely. You know, we'll get over it. But
we all love John and Nilly.
We do. Our buddy, John. John.
We love John Nilly. We are angry at him. We didn't say we didn't love him.
We love you.
Don't be mad at me, but don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me because you can't get this. Don't be mad at me because you can't get James Fox Canadian blended whiskey. Don't get mad at me because you can't get Canadian Peak.
I can actually get James Fox. I've seen that. I've never seen Canadian Peak. And I ain't buying James Fox. Not in the life.
Jay, Robert's not seeking out Canadian whiskey if you haven't picked up on it yet. He's not looking for it.
Are you saying he doesn't care for it? You saying he doesn't like it? Is there some issue with it?
He does not like it.
I was surprised that Canadian Peak hit the market in 1961, which is strange. James Fox in 1975. And, there are dozens of people around the world that love this product. Dozens of people around the world. Maybe that's why they got it for $4.17 a bottle at Helio's Wine Warehouse in New Orleans. But anyway.
That price, you can buy mine and have it too.
I gotta have it, Robert. I can't help it. I gotta have it. Okay. Any last comments?
Always fun with you guys, and enjoyed it. And drink good beers, everybody. The rest of the week, as we're now making the turn slowly into the month of May, and now that
I probably won't be here next week because I got a well coming up starting the beginning of this week. So
that's bad news.
No, it's good news for the pocketbook.
I know, but it's bad news for the show.
Oh no!
You lose one of your pillars.
We need Robert. Robert, we need you. Come next week. No, I understand.
And
We're not
Ronnie
saying that.
F-
We're not giving false praise, because there's some people that would say I'm not coming back, and we'd be like, can we count on that? But
Jay, at the beginning, before you came on, Ronnie S was coming, and then he ultimately did not. So I don't know what the story is with him, but whatever.
I'm not happy about that.
I told him we were on. That's all I can do, and he doesn't want to come. That's his choice.
Yep.
That's the way it goes.
It's about all you can do,
Stout Sunday goes on whether you're here or whether you're there. It doesn't matter.
Here or there. Here.
And
or there.
one comment to that Rubesy Boobsy guy. He said Sexton was a bit too smoky flavored for him. I like the Sexton because you get a lot of good sherry notes for an Irish whiskey that comes off of it. I mean, there's some good Irish whiskeys, Napagoo Castle 12 and 14. I like both of those. I like the Sexton.
And the Sexton is all malt, right? No grain whiskey.
Yeah, and I think that's the same way. That's the same way with the Napagoo Castles, and that makes a difference for me whether I like it. I mean, I got a bottle of the standard Bushmills in the back. I bought for Irish St. Patrick's Day, and I've drank a little bit of it, and it's drinkable. It's just not my speed. It's better than any Canadian whiskey, except for a few rare ones, but that's just normal.
This guy is always trying to start a fight.
I can't let go. I can't.
Michael, anybody's comments? I know Michael's got to celebrate his 40th anniversary. Happy anniversary, Michael.
Yes, happy anniversary, Michael.
Jay, really thank you for stepping in and hosting, because it was last minute. We appreciate it.
Happy anniversary many more, Michael.
Yep. Well, that's it. So see y'all next Sunday. Hopefully John and Neely hosting. If not, well, I guess I'll do it again, But anyway, take care, everybody.
See you later.
Everybody enjoy your Sunday.
Yes, enjoy your Easter.
Keep drinking those good stouts and porters. And like somebody in Colorado says, don't forget to wash your hands.